Long known as a consummate sweet-talker, Arkansas collector John Rogers tried one last time Wednesday to use his gift for gab. Facing sentencing in Chicago for a $23 million sports memorabilia fraud scheme, Rogers issued a rambling, 45-minute statement in a federal courtroom, asking for leniency and talking about his downward spiral into drug addiction. He apologized tearfully to his teenage son, spoke eloquently about his failed marriage, and promised to help return money to his victims. "I have no excuse for it, zero excuse," Rogers told U.S. District Judge Thomas Durkin. "I don't deserve a break, but I'm asking you for one." But the judge didn't buy it. Moments after Rogers wrapped up his remarks, Durkin sentenced him to 12 years in prison, calling the scope of his decade-long fraud scheme breathtaking. "You literally told thousands of lies to honest people to have them part with their money," Durkin said. Rogers, 44, pleaded guilty in March to one count of wire fraud, admitting he bilked dozens of victims through various schemes involving sports memorabilia and photo collections. He had been free on bond pending sentencing, but Durkin ordered him jailed last month after prosecutors said he continued to sell phony sports memorabilia even after pleading guilty, including a bogus Mickey Mantle 1956 Triple Crown batting trophy and a doctored commemorative football from Super Bowl I. The new allegations also scuttled Rogers' cooperation deal with prosecutors that could have cut his potential sentence in half. Rogers had spent more than a year wearing a wire for federal authorities in Arkansas in various drug and fraud investigations, leading to the resignation of one government official in Little Rock but no indictments, Assistant U.S. Attorney Derek Owens said. During the nearly 3-hour sentencing hearing, Rogers' son, John Rogers Jr., sobbed as he told the judge how his father's crimes have made it difficult to go anywhere in Little Rock without being subjected to ridicule. But despite the embarrassment, he said his dad was still my hero. When it was Rogers' turn to speak, he turned directly to his son in the courtroom gallery and said he was no hero. "I'm here to tell you, I want you to raise the bar," Rogers said. According to Rogers' plea agreement, he routinely altered sports memorabilia items to make them appear authentic and used proceeds from the fraud to repay customers who had figured out the items were fakes. In one instance, Rogers had a trophy company fix a nameplate to a Heisman replica to make it look like it was the authentic 1978 trophy awarded to University of Oklahoma running back Billy Sims, according to court records. Rogers also created a phony letter, purportedly from Sims, confirming the authenticity of the trophy and sent an email to the investor stating the trophy was valued at up to $225,000, the agreement said. In 2014, the Tribune detailed in a front-page story how Rogers was being sued in Arkansas over the purchase of the famed archive of Chicago photographer George Brace, who had amassed an astonishing collection of baseball portraits over 6 decades, capturing Hall of Famers such as Babe Ruth and Ernie Banks as well as little-known players who were in the majors for only a brief period. Rogers bought the Brace collection in 2012 for $1.35 million from the late photographer's daughter, Mary.